Now, this is how you have a show opener right here. You have your wine. See, now I feel like I'm in my element. Welcome to Guilted Into It, everybody.
Oh, that's what was
That
wrong
one
all
was
the
the
while?
best, I would say,
Yeah,
so far.
because I haven't had my
It's fortification.
not fortification. It's just I'm used to
Your
you know
prop. Your
my
prop.
prop.
Right.
That's what I'm
right.
used to.
Yes.
Prop,
Yeah.
and not the contents of the glass.
Well, the contents of the glass do.
Is part of the prop.
They do help.
It's part of the prop.
I'm so happy that we're because I've
well,
so
then let's
much.
just have a little
Cheers,
Yes.
kids.
chin chin.
So I'm going to leave these glasses in the studio. I'm going to wash them and I'm going to leave them here so I don't have to bring them back and forth because I
Yes,
don't want
what a
them
wild
to break.
inconvenience, of course.
Huh?
It would be
Well, I don't want them to break.
right.
You know. So we're here. I've so much to share.
Okay.
So much.
Yes.
And I have
All right.
had this information for a couple of days now, and I haven't been able to share it with you. So, I'm at the gym on Monday,
Oh. Okay.
and she's doing.
She being Nancy, of course.
I'm sorry, not Monday, Tuesday. I did go to the gym Monday, but on Tuesday, Nancy did circuits.
Okay.
So there's different, for those of you who don't know, there's different exercises you go around the room, and one of them.
Yes,
Would you
that's
hold this for
circuit.
me? One of them
Surely.
was the big ropes.
Oh, yeah.
And she demonstrated, and she's like, you do the ropes, you do them like this, or if you can't, you do them like one at a time.
Right.
So I go over, and being that I'm basically a bodybuilder at this point, I'm doing them
Both. Yes.
both. And she comes over to me in class and says that I did that exercise the best out of every one of the
There's no way that she keeps doing this.
It gets better.
Does she listen to this podcast?
No, I don't know. It gets better though. Today, after
Wow.
class,
Must be really good.
today after class, I'm putting my weights away and everything, and she comes over to me and she goes, "I'm telling you," she goes, "I was thinking about you last night. Your form is just so good."
Ooh, she was thinking
Mom.
about you.
What do you... This woman went home from work and was thinking about how good your form was.
Yes, because I really
Does Nancy have a crush on you?
no.
Because that's what it's seeming like.
Yeah.
Nancy
Maybe
wants
a
you.
girl crush.
Which, I don't know. I'm just
Maybe
saying.
Nancy's
She's
dreaming
got a
about
husband.
you at
Maybe, I
night.
don't know, but I just
Either that or she's going to herself, wow, I am a great teacher.
maybe
Look
that is
what I
exactly
did
what she's
with
saying.
This little wad of nothing when she came along.
Little wad
And
of nothing.
Now,
She
look
was
at
like,
her with
"Wow,
the
you were so
ropes
weak when I
and
met
the
you."
weights.
Okay, little wad of nothing from the woman when I told her I wanted her to go to cardio dance with me tomorrow because I thought she'd enjoy it. At
I
10
would, but-
at 10:15, that's cutting it close for her 1:30 doctor appointment in 2 towns away.
I prepare. And
I
besides
prepare. What do you have
besides
to do?
which, I have to make a few stops along the way. So, I really would love to go, but when I come back,
Yeah, okay.
no, I'm serious.
I already
I
said
think you should,
No,
I already
look,
changed my mind because I don't want to look back at her in the middle of the class and she's like,
I would like that. You know, I did step class for years.
You did.
I would like that, but not on a day when I have a doctor appointment at
course not.
1:30.
No.
Oh, really?
it's just the dermatologist. by the
It's
way.
unreasonable that you even asked.
It is.
No, it isn't. But I'm not like her.
Well, no.
Take a guess. When are you going to Florida?
Tuesday.
When did she start packing?
I didn't
Oh.
really pack yet.
Oh, wow. It's
I
late.
have stuff put aside,
This is last
but
minute.
I don't consider that packing yet.
You're running out of time.
I know.
Yes,
I'm
for
starting
example-
to sweat that out.
You would not be able to live the life that I live because we're all going to a bridal shower on Saturday, and
And-
the outfit that I'm going to wear, I don't own yet.
Well, but at
is-
least you have a plan.
Yes, I always have a plan.
Yes,
but
yeah,
even if it doesn't
execute it.
pan out, you had a plan.
Yes, I
Yes.
do have a
Where
plan.
is this outfit?
The store. It is
Oh.
at the store.
Are you sure it's still going to be there?
Yeah. No. I ordered something. It actually should be on my doorstep as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope I like it.
It's very, yeah. You would
I'm still.
have anxiety just watching Bridget get ready in the morning.
That's true. I leave myself just the right amount of minutes.
Well,
So I need everything to go exactly
was-
according to plan.
that
I
was
dropped
like
my raspberries on the floor this morning and
Did you pick them up and
I threw them out.
you could have washed them?
Yes, but here's the thing. I left myself a very specific amount of time to leave for work, so washing
That didn't
floor
include
raspberries
washing.
wasn't
Oh,
in,
That wasn't in the plan.
Okay.
so they had to go in the trash. It was only like 4 raspberries.
Well, you could have just picked them up. 4?
Yeah, it was like a couple of raspberries.
And you
Oh.
didn't have time to just rinse them? You could have even left them and rinsed them when you came home.
So what? So that the floor germs could fester on them all day?
No, I mean pick them up. Pick them up.
They were up.
Bless you.
Oh,
Sorry,
bless
see?
you.
Sneezed on the podcast.
I don't
Well,
know.
regardless.
Well, let's talk about something that is substantial.
Well, the title of our broadcast for, I'm sure you don't know, but it's Going Broke for Love.
Wait, what?
That's the title of our
Oh, you
episode.
put a title of this?
I did.
Okay. That's
And-
something that would be good for all the members to know.
Yeah. So,
But,
well, I had to do it, you know.
And
ooh, this burn's going down. Oh. Wow.
So anyway,
It does.
we're talking about weddings.
right.
We're talking about, because it is wedding season. We do have a wedding coming up. We'll be at the bridal shower.
Yes.
And they have changed.
Before we even get into this, and this is no offense to the bridal shower that's going to be this week, and I'm sure it's going to be lovely.
Oh.
I hate them. Those I think showers of any kind are boring.
Should basically just send gifts.
Yeah, I think they're boring.
But wait, not that I mind giving gifts, Lord knows. But back in my day, nobody had an apartment already stocked, you know, the kitchen, the bedroom, the linens, all that. Nobody had any of that. So that's why you gave the bride to be a shower to start
Yes,
her
okay.
off. Today, it's like, what do you get that they don't
Oh, well, now
always
they ask for
have?
the big
Right.
ticket items
Well,
that they
I
don't
understand
have.
that, but not everybody, you know, can
I understand.
afford to buy them a new car. And
No.
But can't we do that without having to play a game of what's in my purse?
Oh yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
think.
saying? I don't need
Well,
the charade of who has lip gloss. We all have a lip gloss.
ask your mother how much I love those games, whether it be at a jewelry demonstration
She hates them. She hates
or
them.
a
Yes, because-
shower.
Yeah, because then it's like someone's cheating. I don't know the bride's middle name 90% of the
Okay,
time,
but wait.
and I'm gonna ask her aunt.
We're
and then we're all
getting.
gonna have the same answers, and then there's gonna be 9 winners and 4 prizes,
Yeah.
and it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'll say it, there's never a sound system. So when I have to run the games at these events, which I've done on multiple occasions, I have to yell. And then inevitably,
that's not
no
good.
one's quiet. No one's
That is
quiet.
true.
And then there is controversy about who wins the prizes. It's too much.
But then you have to sit there and ooh and
Yeah,
ah
ooh,
over a
yeah.
frying pan.
Right.
Well,
Just feed me and let me go home.
we're getting ahead of us. We're already talking about the shower. It doesn't even start with the shower. Now it starts with the engagement. All right, so
Oh yeah.
I already know you had the most depressing engagement on the planet. So
Kind
What
of
was
both
it?
of them.
yeah.
Both of them.
Come on,
Twice.
share.
But you're right. Today it has to be a
Wait,
production.
wait, wait. What was your engagement?
yours?
Which one?
The first one.
The first one. Well, my aunt spoiled it. First of all, when she walked in, she said, "Let me see the ring." And I
Okay.
went, "What ring?" But I knew I was getting it because it was just Sunday dinner as usual. Nothing,
Oh, so he didn't go out of his way at all.
huh?
He didn't go out of his way at all to.
No. No.
That tracks.
Actually, he didn't even buy the ring. His mother bought it. So. And if you're listening,
He's not.
you know who you are.
All right.
So, but that was it?
What?
What had he just
What,
asked you
just
at
toss
Sunday
it to
dinner?
you over a meatball and say,
Right.
No, he goes, "Well, I guess you all know why you're here." And he,
Oh,
that
did he
was
get
it.
down on one knee?
No.
wow, that's
No.
romance.
Wow, even your father got down on one knee.
Did he?
So actually,
Wow.
that was probably the best plan he ever had implemented and followed through on.
Wow.
Maybe the only one.
Oh.
But he did plan a surprise engagement. I had no idea. At Dowling College,
Right.
on the steps of the river.
It's romantic.
Champagne flowers down on one knee.
Wow.
That's
I
nice.
didn't know
Wow.
that.
Yeah, it was nice. It was
I
nice.
wasn't asked permission, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, listen,
That was a given.
because he knew the answer would be no.
No, not in those days.
But listen, the engagement was nice.
Well, I'm glad you have a good memory. A good memory.
A good memory.
You do.
That's good.
Which,
Something to look back on.
But now it's like, so we can only, I mean,
I feel like engagements are still normal
okay,
for the
so
most part.
your cousin's now husband spent a year putting a film together.
He's a different breed. I don't think that that's the norm.
But now there's all sorts of
Well,
stuff though.
it's a
People
lot,
really
yeah,
go
they go out of their way. They do.
crazy.
You
I feel
know.
bad for the young guys now.
But
They
is it
really
that-
have to step
if
up their
it's one
game.
day that you should really go all out and prepare something. I think that's a good
Yes,
time
but
to
it's
do that.
to be innovated now because you dames, you're all expecting it.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is what happens is now
So
people are
it's
like,
hard.
well, so and so's boyfriend, fiance did this, and I hope when I get engaged, and there's like the pressure. Let's see if we have any
See, now,
comments.
a lot of times I see on TikTok or Facebook or something where the bride will toss the bouquet and the bridesmaid will catch it, and all of a sudden the future groom is down on one knee for the girl who caught the
That
bouquet.
I have seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is very big of the bride to.
Yes.
Yeah, if the
I think
bride,
it's nice.
if the bride knew, I don't think so. It's not appropriate. It's not
No,
the day
I
to
think
take
the
away.
bride, the bride would know because
Yeah, but it's not the
it has
day.
to be set up for this
Yes.
girl to catch the bouquet.
But it's not. You don't do that.
It's not
but
and
by
I
the
wouldn't
time
want.
that happens,
No, but I wouldn't want my engagement to be in the middle of someone's wedding. I wouldn't want that
Yeah.
either,
I wouldn't either.
right?
I agree.
Hey, I would have settled for anything. I would have settled for in the middle of a garage
Yeah, well,
outdoor barbecue.
That is true.
see, we all want what we didn't have.
No, I didn't
Right?
care. Just give me the ring. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, and and then I got tired of it anyway.
And then I'm thinking pretty much in your day, an engagement ring, which now I'm finding out my father didn't even purchase, but in your day, the engagement ring was pretty much the last purchase that the bride and groom made.
What do you mean?
Well, not all the
I
time.
mean, not all the time, but like
Yeah. Well,
what do you mean?
yeah.
weddings were.
They were the responsibility of the parents. Either the engagement.
Now that's something I think we should continue
Well,
personally.
Well, then you can have
You
can have a wedding at White Castle.
yeah, you are what we
Yeah.
call SOL. You know SOL?
Right, yes, I'm aware.
What is that?
Shit out of luck.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
But it isn't that way anymore. But
It's too
parents
bad.
still, they try to
They
help.
contribute. Yeah.
They contribute and they try to do what they can.
Not every parent can afford to throw a $40,000 party.
And that's on the cheap these days. Because when I got married the second time, it was about $20,000 for that wedding.
For that buffet wedding, I mean, it was sparse.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was. I've been to cocktail hours that had more than what was at that wedding.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah.
It did.
Apparently it did.
It did. You had a little tray there, a little bit of food there, a little bit. No. If it was going to be I even had a bigger buffet at my second wedding.
Which equally sucked.
I think
No, it didn't.
that the food at weddings isn't that great in general.
The
The
typically.
cocktail hours are the
Cocktail
best.
hours
I could
good.
finish at that.
Yes,
I don't need the
don't
dinner.
don't give me an overcooked steak that I gotta leave the dance floor and then you know what I mean.
Yeah. I would rather just have cocktail hour the whole entire time.
With a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but they just keep
past
replenishing.
hors d'oeuvres, let's
Keep replenishing,
Yeah.
you know?
But they don't make their money then.
No, they don't.
That's
And then
the
it
problem.
is not. And
now
then,
the thing is at weddings is the after party. There's always
See?
an after party at the wedding,
God.
at the venue,
Well,
where
when
they have
you're young,
additional like little
when you're
appetizers
young,
and
when
snacks.
you're young, you could stay.
Well,
when
yes.
you're young.
Yeah.
It
So
happens. The old people just are not there.
Bridget,
Exactly.
how many
One
weddings?
of these days you won't be there either.
Yes, probably.
How many weddings have you been in?
Been in the bridal party for?
Yes.
Including the ones that are coming up?
Yes.
Okay.
There's countless.
5 so far, I think.
What do you do
5.
with the dresses?
It's like 27 dresses in my closet.
Yeah.
You should sell them on like Poshmark or like prom,
Yes.
prom time.
I should. I really should. But yes, I've been 5.
And
I'm a very good friend.
you are, but
Yes.
it's also now really, so when I got married, we had my shower, and my shower was very nice, but it wasn't like, there wasn't crazy decorations. I don't remember
Well,
you
I
doing
spent
really
many a
anything in the
night
room at all.
Making a beautiful wishing well.
Right.
Well, that was it at the time. That's all you did. You had a special chair and
Which I had,
a wishing well.
And a wishing well. And
That was it.
it was fine. But then the bachelorette parties. Now,
Well, that wasn't up to me.
first of all, these things have taken on a life of their own.
Yeah, they have.
I won't even talk about my bachelorette party because it was really not even a bachelorette party.
Well, I think you have to talk about it since this is a podcast.
Well, it
was-
was nothing.
No.
It was nothing. It was a brunch that nobody
Me.
showed up to.
Me,
Yeah.
you, and one of your bridesmaids. That was it.
Not even my sister, my maid of honor.
Yeah,
Does
where
that
was
qualify?
she? Where was she?
It doesn't qualify. It was pathetic, depressing, and
Well,
it was
listen,
telling.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you had the intention of a bachelorette party. I had nothing.
Mom,
That was
brunch is not a bachelorette party.
okay. Well,
That's just a small part
But
of
I
one
have
of the
to
ones
say
that
this.
I go on.
there is no reason for you all to have a big bachelorette party away for a week or whatever, because number one, it's not like, well, this is the last time I'll ever be able to be with my girlfriends and be, wild, because, after you get married, you're going to still go out and be with your girlfriends
just
and
fun.
stuff.
What does Otto mean? I think it should go back to football weddings.
Well, that's really old. In the 40s, that's what they had. Big Italian sandwiches and beer.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was.
That
Big-
would probably be fun.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I can
like
see.
a, like a Super Bowl party.
That's great.
Yeah.
Tara says, what do you think of this idea? Wedding cake passed around to guests without the bride or groom cutting it. Do they do that anymore?
Okay, and a lot of ones that I've
They
So
take a
bridal
picture doing it.
bridal traditions have been paired way back.
Yes, I honestly, at the weddings that I've been at, I have not witnessed a single cake cutting. I think sometimes they do it, but they don't make a production
No,
that
they'll
everyone's
just
a
take
part
a
of.
picture, cutting the cake. But
Yeah.
it's really for the photographer, so he can make more money.
And I'm just putting this out there as a girl mom.
A
Okay?
girl mom?
As a mom of girls.
Oh, okay, because
right.
usually a mom is
No.
a girl.
They don't usually get a dance at the wedding, but my Sarah has already told me that I'm going to dance with her at the wedding, and I would and I would expect the same.
No, I was just about
And-
to say, I've been at weddings now where the bride is dancing
Right.
with the mother.
But here's the thing: the new tradition is also
And the groom
been
is dancing
to
with his father.
cut back like it's 30 seconds. Hell no!
You
I
want a full
want
song?
the full
Oh, but it
song.
gets boring
It's
to
no
look
one
at.
wants to watch that
Yeah,
unless
really.
we're doing a ballroom style dance.
Is
which
that
I-
anything like...
We don't have to pick a long song,
Is
but I'm
that
not.
anything like when you sang to her at her sweet
Oh
Right, let's
my
not forget that.
God! You do
It went on
one nice thing for your
forever.
kids, and
Now
you never.
it may come as a shock to you,
Mm.
but my wedding, my sweet 16 even, was not about you.
I know that.
It's not a chance
I
to
know
perform.
that.
No, because you're gonna show up to my wedding.
No, I'm not.
To do some sort of a dance, and it's gonna be choreographed, and there's gonna be dips and lifts and
No,
God
there
knows what
won't.
else, and kicks and spins, and it's gonna be
And-
wow.
and
And then
that's-
Nancy's gonna pop out and like, look at her form.
And I was just about to say, those kicks and spins, that's going to be her picking you up.
Right.
And twirling
Of course
you
she is,
around.
because she's going to be so strong from Nancy's
So
circuit class
strong.
that she'll be able to deadlift
Well,
me.
you know what? This has been a very good topic, and it's kind of like leading into your love life or lack thereof. So we could talk about it or not, but it would be much more interesting. You know, a couple of weeks ago when I was on Laughter Saves Lives, I
Yes.
gave you some pointers
Which,
about
yeah.
Yeah.
what not to do when dating. And you just went ahead
Well,
and did it anyway.
here's the thing. I'm just going to totally revamp my dating profile, right?
Well,
It's going to be like a checklist.
Okay.
So it's going to be emotionally unavailable,
here I am.
pathological liar, batshit crazy,
And then will you marry that person?
and it's if you answer yes to any one of these questions, swipe right, we're a match.
Right.
Yes, you
We're a
are.
match.
Yes, you are.
Because if you're not screwed up, I don't want you.
I don't even think you need a checklist for that, because I think that's
They attract.
They're-
It's like
you're
a
wrong.
I
magnet.
am
You're
a
a magnet.
magnet for broken men.
Yes. Well, that could be a good
Yeah.
thing. You could be therapeutic to
No,
them.
I don't want to be a foster girlfriend or wife. I just
you're small enough to be an emotional support girlfriend.
that's what I
They would
am.
let you on flights.
I'm an
and-
emotional support
that.
girlfriend.
They would let you on flights and in restaurants.
Well, I'm already
Yes,
allowed
we
on
could-
those things.
We could get you a little vest, and then other people wouldn't be allowed to touch you.
That's right. That's true. Just don't. You can look at her. You could say how
Right.
cute she is, but you can't,
Can't
touch
touch
her.
me. Can't
Right.
touch
That's
me.
all. Can't
And
touch
every
her.
time you're on a date, you'd wear the vest that says,
That's right.
"Please don't bother me. I'm working."
You know, you just wrote a new bit for me,
Yeah,
right?
no, that's good.
It's good.
That's good.
I'm keeping all of that.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
keeping all of that.
Case Sari, case Sari.
I'll take
Yeah.
the royalties,
Well-
kickbacks.
You know, it's funny because Kelpie McKelps is watching, saying hello.
Oh, hey, Kelpie.
Hey, Kelpie.
Kelpie. What
Yeah,
kind of a name is Kelpie?
Don't be mean to Kelpie.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, she's good.
Oh, does that name anything? Is that unique? Like Uniqua?
Oh, Rich
What's
Walker.
wrong with her?
That was a Rich Walker.
Yeah, it was. It
Oh,
was very funny.
yeah. But anyway,
Okay.
yeah, so I've just decided that this last round has solidified for me that I am going indeed to die alone.
Oh,
And
God.
and
Here
I'm
we go
good. I'm
again.
good with it. I'm good with it. I am good with it.
You're not gonna die alone.
On my
because
picker-
Lola will be there licking
Well,
your face.
that is true because
eating
Lola
her.
is
Right.
going to live for. I'm going to be the buffet.
Yes,
Absolutely.
He's going to be gnawing at you.
Yeah, but it's just going to be really. The meat isn't going to be tender because it's so muscular.
Oh God. Even she'll be like, wow, isn't my rigor mortis perfect form? Don't I have perfect rigor mortis? Like, come on. Nancy's gonna be at the funeral and be like, look at her. Look at her.
That form.
Look at that, her form. Her hands are crossed perfectly right over her chest.
Now, do you really? She wants me to go do a class with her.
Yeah.
Do I have to listen to Nancy?
She
No, that's
wants you
just
to see it.
Nancy's. No,
She wants witnesses
no,
now.
Nancy doesn't do that class.
Ah.
Who does this one?
Then I don't want to go.
Despina.
I don't want to go
All right.
because Nancy
Well,
would
yeah.
love my form.
I've been to Nancy's class before, and I stood in the back. Yes.
Well, you used to do that in high school too when you were in a play. You were always
That's
in the
because I
back.
wasn't cast as the lead, and that wasn't necessary to bring up in this moment. That I didn't have enough talent to get a lead role in the musical.
Well, you could have.
You
but
should have.
You
I
didn't.
should have.
You didn't.
You should have.
project them.
I'm not an actor. I'm just me.
I know.
But
Just
you know,
me.
I'm just me.
Sometimes just being me.
I had a line once senior year,
I
and
do
what I did
remember.
was I remember the line because it was short and it was the only thing I said the entire play. I jumped out from the corner. I said, "Help! Someone fell in the gutter!" And then I ran away.
And I do remember that line.
Right, because
Oh
it was
my God.
executed beautifully.
What play was that? Was that?
Kill Me Kate?
That,
No,
that
no,
was
Kiss-
Bye Bye Birdie.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
no.
I didn't see that one.
That was
No
the other one was
wonder.
Kiss Me Goodnight. Remember? Kiss Me Kate.
Or Kill Me Kate. You guys,
Kill Me
I
Kate.
didn't fall asleep, which ironically, that's a very ironic thing that of everybody in that row who I did not fall asleep.
Because you were in the audience like, I could do that. That should be me. That was you in the crowd.
Oh, well. Memories. Good times.
Good times.
Yes.
Good times.
No, I was in the ensemble. Whatever. It was.
How did we get on this? We were talking about, you segued into my miserable
Yes.
relationship life
Yes.
and how pathetic it is. And
Oh,
now,
another one.
and now so many people know.
Well, if they've
Well.
seen your comedy, they know.
Well, that is true. If they've seen my
You
comedy,
know?
they know that I am. It's a large part of my act, and
Yeah. Yes.
just keeps getting bigger. Apparently,
It's your brand.
my brand, pathetic dating. Yes,
No, she was changing her brand, but still didn't.
didn't
matter.
take, didn't
All
take.
right. Well, that's all right. Next time.
Yeah, bigger and better things. The good thing is that and Amy wrote, Robert loved Kill Me Kate.
Yes, he did.
He loved it.
She goes, yes, it's true. He goes, I loved it. I gotta get these
Yeah,
kids
my
out
cousin
more.
Robert, the only one who
He
supported
was
me.
4.
He was, yeah.
And he liked it because he can appreciate Shakespeare.
At
Even
4.
at that age.
He's like, this is my favorite show ever. And we were like,
And I appreciate that.
I know.
At least somebody liked it.
I had a
Did
nudge,
I,
Casey.
Did I bring you flowers for these awful shows?
I should hope so.
I think I did. I always brought flowers. I was a good grandmother as far as that goes. I always brought flowers.
And you guys all lied to me right after saying it was great.
Well, what were we
I
going to
don't think
say?
we
That we
said
all,
this.
no, I believe Casey told you she fell asleep.
Yeah, you guys weren't looking out for my ego at all, ever.
And that's why you're funny today.
That's
because
right.
you had to deal with very harsh realities
You
growing
have
up.
a lot of fodder now.
Honor,
I do.
honesty. You had to deal with a lot of hard honesty.
Hard knocks.
And look at you now.
Hard knock
You're
life.
funny.
Hard
I
knock
am
life.
funny.
You're damaged.
And damaged,
but
yes.
you're funny.
Absolutely. I
Most
spend money every
damaged
week on
people
therapy.
are funny. Now look at
That
me.
is true.
I had the most damage.
You're
You're
hilarious.
downright hysterical.
I know. I'm a laugh a minute.
You really are.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
really are.
Yeah, you had to laugh back in those
Well, if you
days.
even now, if you don't laugh, you're gonna cry,
That's
and nobody
expressive.
gives a damn about your tears anymore.
Nope.
The older you get, they're like, Shh, stop your crying.
For some reason, I have to say, we are a funny family. I can't imagine having a very formal, nice holiday where everybody doesn't use the F word.
And nobody yells at each other.
Well, and you know what's funny about that statement? Because I really believe that for a better part of your life, when we were growing up and you were having, the holidays and stuff,
Here it comes.
you wanted that Norman Rockwell holiday in the worst way. Like, everything was perfect. But the same asshole showed up every year and screwed it up for you.
It's true.
And so you never were going to get it.
I know.
I'm glad you finally abandoned it. Because it was a lot of pressure, and we were not capable of
I
acting
think
like
we
normal human
we had
beings.
fun holidays back then.
They were fun,
I
but
remember. But people don't want to
there was
hear
a lot of
about us.
there was a lot of loud talking because we're Italian.
What was it?
Mom, it's loud here right now.
Maybe on your father's side that was loud. My side, we had a lot of hang-ups. We were really messed up.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Oh, allow me.
Grandma's empty.
Judy's empty. Let me.
And then
allow
tomorrow
me
I'm going to get the
to
call.
fill this up.
I'm going to get the
Okay.
call about how she got the cramp in her leg. Well, since you're filming.
and my heart was
And
pounding.
her heart was pounding.
2 a.m.
And she can't sleep.
Where did we go?
We're
Oh, there
still
we are.
there. We're still there.
wow.
You know what? I think this is a good time to take a short break.
Yeah, let's.
We're going to take a
break.
short break, and you're going to hear from Intense Events. And one of these days, the
Glamping and
owners
picnics.
of Intense Events is going to get me some copy so I can do a voiceover. And I know you're watching, Amy, and yes, that's a dig. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, Intense Events, Glamping and Picnics.
oh shit, there was something that happened to me this week.
Hold on. And that was Intense
Yeah,
Events. You can look them up on Facebook and Instagram. Speaking of Facebook and Instagram, I share the link. You share the link, right?
Yep.
I share the link to this show. You can also see it on YouTube. And you can also hear us on iHeart Radio and Spotify. So if you can't see the show, you can like and subscribe and follow and all that good stuff on the Spotify or the iHeart Radio.
Yep.
But really,
With
you should try to catch it live because it's just funnier just to see it.
Why don't you tell everybody how frustrated you were today and yesterday?
Oh boy.
My God.
I can't go into a lot of detail because if the person I was going there for might be watching, I don't want to give away. I had to go to the
a
Verizon
certain-
store.
Oh, well, now you gave
Oh.
it away.
All right? But I had to go to corporate, which means that's Lake Grove. That's the Smith Haven Mall.
Right.
So I called Judy up yesterday and I said, "Hey, Judy, what are you doing? You want to go take a ride to the Verizon store with me?"
Sure.
What time? I'm just getting up. I had already been complimented on my form at the gym.
Oh,
I'm home. I had coffee. I
I
showered.
wasn't
but
just getting up.
basically.
I was
Anyway,
up.
I picked you up. We go. We get up to the door. It's locked. And I look in, and there are people there. And they see me looking. Right? They see me looking.
Right.
This. What is this, right?
He wasn't even waving.
He wasn't even.
Now,
He
now,
didn't
tell me
even-
this: you couldn't break the lock with the sheer power of your bicep.
I could have.
Oh, okay.
But then I pointed to the door or something, and there was a QR code, so I scanned it and said it was closed today. Like, duh, I got that. You know, it was kind of like, why was it closed?
He
Whatever.
wouldn't even talk to you.
He wasn't.
Just,
He wouldn't even come to the
He was off
door.
the clock.
No, they were working. It was
It was-
inventory.
They were doing corporate things.
Right.
Yes.
So, okay, whatever. We go to the mall. I spend money I don't need to spend.
Your
You.
little trip to Verizon cost me a lot of money.
Well, that's because
by
you
the
have
way,
You know.
I used the Christmas gift card.
Oh, good.
you have a shopping problem. But-
I could have used a couple things at the mall, but my retired mother certainly didn't call and ask me if I needed anything.
Anyway.
There was silence.
I get up today and I'm like, now I gotta go back to the store.
Right.
I get there.
Smith Haven.
Freaking
Did you mention it's
Smith Haven.
Yeah, because
It's closed again. And I look in again, and now a different guy goes. So I yell, I don't know what means.
Oh no. You're becoming ornery.
Well, get off your ass
Mm.
and come to the door and say, I'm sorry, we're closed today. So that I can then reply with, are you going to ever open again?
Right.
He knew you were going to have
Yeah,
a
he knew.
snide
He could
remark,
tell
so.
by the way you looked. You were probably, he goes, this woman is experiencing roid rage.
What rage?
Roid rage, steroids, like that.
See, I don't know these new
I know,
phrases.
that's not a new
There's
phrase.
A
But,
lot.
you know, when you do,
You know, I'm trying to think of all
Performance
the
enhancing
things though that
drugs.
you yelled at me for yesterday. When
oh,
we
because
were
you
shopping.
were calling. Wait, when you were shopping?
When we were shopping, you were yelling at me for a lot of things. A lot of things.
Well, today I had to actually we went to the diner to get something to eat before this, and we get up to the counter to pay, and I see her looking at the tray of cookies.
you were going to be held up.
The tray of cookies
Mm-hmm.
that are just
Just looking.
no. You pointed at one, and I had to
I'm
go.
not going to eat
No.
it. I was pointing
Why
to
can't
say
you have a cookie?
that
Because
one
they've
had
been there all day.
icing
You know how
on
many
it.
fingers and hands probably have been touching
like
those cookies all
a
day?
display, like a.
It was
No,
just
it was
plate of
have one.
cookies.
It was
and it was
have
help
one.
yourself. There were no tongues.
I
There was
wasn't going to have it. I was pointing to the one that had an icing on it. I was going to say to you, that looks good, but I'm not going to touch it from there. I'm not going to touch
You're
it.
a liar.
No, I'm not.
If I wasn't
don't,
there,
I don't
she would have
eat-
been like,
She would not have done that.
If it's wrapped up.
She used to make sure she didn't share a straw with her husband. She once tied an indicator around her straw so that she didn't accidentally drink out of his. You think she's gonna eat an open diner
but
cookie?
you know what the irony of that is? There was all this backwash going back into the soda they were sharing. That didn't freak you out.
Yes, it does. It always does. But I tried to do what the best I could do.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah. I know.
You remember that, Bridget?
I'll never forget that.
That
I'll
was
never
good
forget
times.
that.
That was good times. Yeah, so I was annoyed. So now I have to make yet a third trip.
Why don't you call?
Well,
First.
yeah, I'm going. Right.
And when you
I
get
know.
them on the
Fool
phone,
me
you can
once,
rip
shame
into
on
them.
you. Fool me twice, shame
on
on me. So now I call and just make sure,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
after I go and do my Broadway dance routine and cardio dance tomorrow.
Right.
Well,
Naturally.
now we're just going to sit here and kind of stare at each other because we have nothing else to talk
No.
about.
Oh,
we
that's
have-
not true.
We have
We have
We have what?
For the Birds.
Well, how long do you think that's
Your
going to
segment.
take?
Well,
what?
We can-
Still, it's a segment.
it's a segment,
Yes, it
and
is.
we are going to go to.
I'm trying to think. There was something that disturbed me this week, and I can't think of what it is. So
Well,
It must not have been that
Could
disturbing.
have been that bad.
It gets disturbing I'm like flipping back
But,
in my
see,
mind.
When I said to you about all these things, write them down.
Well, okay, here's something that I went to. I'm sure everybody had a very nice St. Patrick's Day. And my
Are you going to insult anybody?
no, my significant other and
Otto, we
myself,
all know who he is.
we went to a party, not a party, a dance on Saturday night at an American Legion. And when we got there, nobody had told two of the couples that I was with that you could bring like a cheese platter or chips and pretzels.
So it was like in
you
one of
know.
those halls, and you bring your own
Right, they
snacks.
provided the food, but we had to provide our own snacks. But nobody told us that. And, I have a thing for potato chips.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I saw the table across the way with the potato
Oh,
chips.
I would have been like
I
making
was
friends with
really-
those people.
Yeah.
Friends.
So now it's getting late, and I was hungry. We were hungry. So finally, they called the tables up one at a time, and I'm at table 8.
Sounds like a
Next to the-
rocking affair.
Right.
next to the last table.
Oh.
So, okay, we get up. And I will say this, the food was very good, but very small.
What party was this you went to?
This is a huge.
A St. Patrick's Day party.
Okay.
You have to
felt
understand
like
that's
I was-
a rate. That's like getting a good review from Gordon Ramsay.
well,
That like VFW
but
type
that
party.
was the problem. It was good, and they served us such a little bit like we were in school.
Why
That's
didn't you
what-
go back and ask
Because
for more?
nobody else went back, and I didn't want to look like a big pig.
You wouldn't. You would just go up and go. I had no snacks,
No, no.
and I need
meant-
more food.
I didn't bring chips.
I had no chips, and nobody told me that I
No,
could
it
bring
was
snacks.
The people at my table, I didn't want them to think
Oh.
I was a
glutton.
big glutton.
Did they have snacks?
No. Somebody at the table did bring cookies and stuff, which everybody was eating cookies before we ate, dinner. But like I said, everybody at the table ate, and they finished, and that was it. So I wasn't going to go back up and have seconds. I would have looked like a hog. So, and
Well-
yeah, I would have liked to stop at McDonald's on the way home.
I
Yeah,
can-
really.
I can sit here and honestly say I don't feel bad for you for having a date on Saturday. So
Oh
a
God.
date.
you have someone to go out with and do things with.
I know. I always go out with my
I know.
sweetie.
With my sweetie.
He's so
Ay,
good.
ay, ay. All right, let's do Judy's segment
Ugh.
for the birds.
Well, it's brief.
Wait,
Hold on, you
hold
can't
on. You have an intro.
Say it.
Oh.
Ah, there it is. For the birds.
For the birds.
Tell us about your dumb.
So
birds.
let's hear it.
You know, I mean, well, last week I was really upset because I thought, oh my God, they're back. Look what they're doing. Now they're even dirtying all over the deck, not just the railings, you know. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I open the door, they fly away. I can't shoot them, you know.
With the water
So,
gun.
yeah.
For those of you who didn't see
Water
last
gun.
week.
True.
So that night, well, actually, it turned out that it wasn't dirty they were making a nest, and it was little bits of, you know, fuzz and whatever they can find to make a nest with, and it was dropping on my deck. But that night, I saw the bird sitting up in the corner, and I opened the door, and I got her. And then I thought, she's probably a mother watching over her eggs or something. I really felt bad. I
You
did.
should.
So she comes back every night, and I leave her alone. I put the light on to see if she's there. She's there, so I shut the light. But those other little bastards in the morning, I'm not quick enough to get them. And, you know, they hang on my lights that I have strung, and they swing back and forth. They're having a gay old time.
They're
I
having
understand.
fun.
Yeah,
Why
well,
can't you just let them be?
because they're dirty.
Okay,
Well, they're outdoor creatures.
Well, then go in the trees.
so I have birds.
Why do they have to go on my property?
It's because you live in an apartment complex.
Well, there's
I
trees
have birds. I have trees, and the birds are in the gutter or wherever the
Of
heck they are.
course, of
And there's
course.
bird poop all over, and that's just
I'm
right
not
now.
coming to your house.
That's just it's on the what do you call it? The walkway and stuff. And that's just the way it is right now. They're making their nests. I had birds land on the deck the other day.
They have been by me all winter.
Now, have you ever considered, both of you,
I
that
don't-
maybe we're home too much to look at all this bird activity?
No,
If you maybe
Well,
got out a little more.
I'm out.
No.
I'm out there, baby. I'm out there.
But I
all
loved-
the time.
I would let the dog out the other morning, and the bird flies right onto the railing, and is picking at the planter I had that had the straw, and I know that the cute little bird
Oh,
is
he's
going to make
getting-
its
yeah,
nest.
He's making his
Yes.
home.
So,
But I'm sorry, you know.
Listen, there-
I put up with a lot. I do.
You know,
I have the
what do
doves.
you put up with?
Speaking of birds, I saw a lost pet sign the other day. I'm walking. I see this lost pet sign. I'm like, oh, let me look at the picture in case this is a dog I see roaming around. It was a lost bird. Guess what? That bird is gone forever. Don't put up posters. Don't waste the ink. That bird is in Florida right now. Where are you finding a lost bird? If that flies out of
Yeah,
your house,
come
done.
here, come
Bird's
here.
gone.
Let me check your collar.
Right, and it said its name. Like, I'm gonna see a bird in the sky and be like, Chad, and see if it lands on my finger. Like, are you out of your mind?
Well, if you have a little piece of bread or something.
Yeah, but again, he would be flying in the sky, and I would have to differentiate him, this domestic bird, from wild birds.
what was it? A parrot?
Yeah, it was one of those little parakeet
Cockatiel.
things. It's like,
It's got the little on top of its head.
again,
It was
this
a
had
parakeet.
been out on a telephone pole. It had experienced weathering. I just knew that the picture was a bird.
For the birds.
Well, you know what? I like birds.
I understand.
I
No,
like
no, no.
them too.
I
but
loved
not
when
in my
the
face.
robin made the nest in my tree right off the deck, and every day I could check the little eggs until
Yes.
one
But I
day I
think-
looked and the nest was empty, and those birds were too little to fly, which only leads me to believe a nasty squirrel got him. Now,
Oh,
I'll
well,
take
now
a
you're
bird
now you're talking.
over a squirrel.
I don't like nature.
I don't like nature.
I don't like squirrels.
I
don't like bugs. I don't like birds.
think domesticating a bird is a mean thing to do.
It is. It's got to sit in that cage.
And I'm happy that bird escaped. He is spreading his wings.
Yeah, it's
What
probably
about
chirping
parrots?
away.
Parrots live for like 30-something years.
Yeah,
People have
really.
to make provisions
Yeah,
for them
well.
in their wills.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, this would be my will. Open the door for my parrot. Are you kidding me? What? It's just
Fly
it's out of
away,
control.
birdie. Fly away.
And I feel bad if the people who lost the bird are watching. They're not.
Oh, I'm
I
sure
feel
they're
bad.
watching.
I feel bad for them that their bird is gone. However,
I
if For
wanna
your
know-
bird to escape, how does that happen?
Yeah, you had to have
You
the
opened
bird
the door.
out first of all, and then
He was probably flying willy nilly around the house.
precariously opened the door.
Somebody-
Imagine you're eating dinner and you get shit on by your own bird in your house.
That
would
happened
annoy
to
me.
my uncle years ago. Yes. And he was bald, so I don't know. The bird might have thought that was a good landing spot,
Right.
and right on his head. Oh, well, you had.
Well,
yeah.
speaking of birds
Yeah.
pooping on you,
See,
on my honeymoon in Hawaii,
An omen.
yeah, there were so many signs, and I just
Yeah.
ignored them
well,
all.
history repeats itself
But
because
the
your
bird-
father also had that happen on our honeymoon.
Pooped, but not even like was flying, and it was like a pew. It was a bang, top of my head. I come out of the beautiful Hawaiian water, my new husband, and he's laughing, and I'm like, "What's so funny?" And he's like, "Go back in the ocean because a bird just shit on your head." And I was like,
Such
"Oh,
a way with words.
so
Go back in the ocean.
go
Not,
back in
Let
the,
me help.
let me help you. No, go back in the ocean, you horrible woman. You look disgusting. I hate you. Why did I marry you? Oh, sorry, I had a moment there.
Memories.
Good times. No, but I did. I had a bird poop on my head.
Well, like I said, history repeats itself. That happened on my honeymoon.
Well.
But
Oh,
not to
Paul
you.
has a bird.
Oh, all right. Well, Paul's an evil person then because he's domesticating a bird. Let it fly, Paul. Open the door.
And then he says, I trained mine to poop inside his cage, always open.
Now, what happens if the front door gets left
Or
ajar
what if
for
the
too many
window-
moments?
Opens.
That's a risk.
That's a trained bird.
Too fat to fly.
Oh, that's one way to deal with it.
Oh, well.
Just
anyway.
fatten that bird right up.
Well, this bird that's lost was very nimble, apparently. And he's
Well.
gone. So,
Sorry, bird.
yes, enjoy your freedom.
Well, what could I say?
Liberation.
You know, once the nesting season is over, it'll probably
No,
not be.
they're always around. Always.
That is the nature of
They
birds.
do. They're always, we
I
sit
have
on my
turkeys
deck.
That talk
Town.
about big birds,
turkeys.
wild turkeys.
There's a herd, whatever a grouping of turkeys is called.
It's a cluck.
And they walk around. I think you made that up. And they walk around town, and sometimes they fight with each other. And one this morning was running very fast. Turkeys, might I add.
They were doing the turkey
Oh
trot.
my God, he was running his
Turkey
little
trot.
legs,
Yeah.
and he was booking it.
What was he running to?
I don't know.
Were the
A
other
fellow.
turkeys following?
I think they were far ahead.
So he was catching
I-
up.
He was catching up, but
That's
he looked,
usually me when I'm running.
he looked like you in Nancy's circuit class. Running.
No, then he'd be leading the pack. That's me when I used to
course.
run with the running group. I used to come in sloth.
Right. Yeah, no, he was running. But yeah, we have turkeys. And did you know something? Turkeys can fly. And I
Yeah.
know
Not
this one
far.
day.
Yeah, not far.
Well, I know this one day because one was on top of the house. So tell me how he got up there. He
Well,
can fly far enough.
Yeah, but that's it. They have a very short span they could go, and then
That's
they got
an
to
impressive
stop.
height.
Well, I guess he was practicing and finally made it.
I don't
Maybe.
know.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying.
Maybe he was taking
Either that
classes
or
at the
somebody
Y.
put him up there just to drive you crazy.
I don't know. There's a lot of wildlife around.
Yeah,
Deer.
I know there is. Oh.
I have a cat in my backyard that I have named
All right.
Tangerine. He's an orange cat.
Would you name it?
Tangerine.
Do you
'cause
feed
he's
him?
orange.
Oh,
No, I
that's
throw
cute.
extra bread out on the front lawn sometimes, and I think he eats
Then
it.
you wonder why you have turkeys and other wildlife.
Well, my neighbors feed the turkeys with bird seed.
Really.
Yes.
And the bird
You would
seed-
hate that.
Bird seed
Oh,
will
yeah.
draw mice.
Oh,
There it is.
They do. They
So-
does. Yeah.
I went out. This is a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if I talked about
What?
it, but
You fell?
no. I didn't fall. No, I couldn't sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and the dog woke up at like 2 a.m, 3 a.m. No, that's not true. That's another time. This when it was raining.
a lot of snapping.
A lot of
with you right
snapping.
now.
I don't know.
What's-
It was raining, and I let the dog out because it kind of had subsided a little bit. And I said, "Go quick, go out, go, hurry, hurry, hurry!" And it was late. It was like probably midnight. And now she's on the side of the
Dead
house,
of night.
and she's barking, and she's barking, and I hear like a thud. So I'm like, "Is someone trying to escape, like jumping over the fence. I got nervous, so I did what anybody would do, and I grabbed a snow shovel.
Of course.
And
That's a good
before I
weapon.
did that, though, because I was in my slippers, I had to run back in and put my rain boots on because it was raining. And then I grabbed the shovel because she's
Right.
still barking.
Lest
So
you get murdered in your slippers.
Yeah,
Well-
really.
I wouldn't have had any traction in my slippers.
Right.
So I go around, and I also have the phone, right, with the flashlight. And in the corner of the fence is a possum. And it's like this.
Oh, Roseanne.
And
oh.
Lola's barking and barking. And now I'm trying to corral Lola with the
They're ugly.
Shovel.
shovel to get her away.
So ugly.
And she's not having it. And finally, I catch her and I kind of flip her a little bit to get her.
Like a
not
cheese
far,
omelet?
but like I got her in the shovel a little to push her away. But now it's raining and I'm running through the yard at midnight trying to catch her because all she wants to do is go back over and canoodle with that possum.
That's what she used to do with the cats.
So she got back to the possum.
Did she?
So I had to throw down the shovel. I had to get this close to the possum
God,
and
you
just
are so
grab her.
brave. You're so
Wow.
brave.
I just had to grab
I can't
her.
believe you didn't- I wish I could have seen this happen.
I wish that I had a Ring camera in the back
Me too.
just for that because it was hilarious.
Hilarious.
It
But,
was so funny.
if she got close enough, I wonder who would have won the fight. I don't know how
Possums
vicious.
pretend to be dead. That's their
Yeah,
whole thing.
they-
well, I
they
know,
got-
but obviously
so
it
even if
wasn't.
she didn't win, it would have looked like she did at some point.
And the thing is, she's barking like she wants to tear it apart. Right? The hair on her back is up. The whole time her tail.
Because it was
Her whole
the thrill
tail's
of a
wagging.
lifetime. She doesn't have that
Yeah.
sort of entertainment
was
all the
gonna
It
time.
was
Hunt
crazy.
and kill.
All right. We got 2 minutes left. Bridget, what do
Wow,
you got coming
time
up? Because I got a big thing to talk
really
about for Monday. What do you got?
2 minutes. I got I have a show at Spider Bite Brewery on Sunday. That's where I'll be.
Okay. On Monday, I'll be in Pennsylvania on Friday at the Keystone Stage in Oliphant, Pennsylvania. And then on Monday, I will be hosting the Broadway Cabaret in honor of World Down Syndrome Day at the MasterCard Midnight Theater. I will also, I found out, be singing a little tune. So tickets are still available. You could just go to
ticket.
midnighttheater.com. And I've posted it on my
No.
Facebook page as well, and it's for a great cause to benefit Gigi's Playhouse, which does great work with World Down Syndrome Day. And then March 30th, I will be at the Giggle Room at Governor's.
Right.
Well,
And where
I'll
will
be
you be?
appearing at the Casa del Rey Boca Apartments.
Mm.
In Florida.
I'll be in Florida.
Judy won't be here next
next
Wednesday.
week.
Right.
We're going to
Oh.
try to remote her in for her bird segment. Because I'm sure there's going to be lots of birds in Florida.
Well, anyway, that's where I'll be. So,
Well, we'll miss you.
well, I'll miss
Desperately.
And you won't even be here for Easter.
you. No, I
You're a
won't.
You won't?
terrible mother.
No, I won't. And everyone is gathering.
Of the
We are
Lord's
gathering.
holiday, of
There's
course
going to
we
be
are.
there's going to be games
Oh,
and
it's gonna
festivities.
be a fun
Wow.
family day.
Remember
all-
the years that you two went to Italy and then we didn't, and then we had Easter independently?
Yes, you did.
That
And you
was nice.
survived. You survived.
Yes, but
What? Well, I didn't leave you at Christmas.
that is true.
Yeah. Pick your holiday.
That's
know?
fair. I actually wasn't here last Easter, so.
That's true.
I'll be here
Yeah,
for
you
this
weren't
one.
here last
Yeah,
Easter.
where were we?
Easter's kind of like that holiday where if you miss, your family's like, it's all right.
I think if you're not that religious, it's fine. I think in a religious family, it's a big deal.
I don't think so.
All right.
Yeah, well, I think so. My friend is having a little problem.
Oh,
The Lord rose from the dead.
did.
That's
He's
true.
going to show up to Aunt Amy's house and be like, where the hell is Judy?
Well,
Well,
I
folks,
will.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes.
it has been a pleasure. We will be back next week. It'll just be me and Bridget. Maybe we'll be able to talk Amy into
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
back. That'll be
Yeah.
amazing.
That
That
would be
would
good.
be fun.
And-
I'd even watch.
And follow us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and
Facebook.
Facebook and YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, I believe.
Wow.
Wow,
wow.
all right.
We're all over the place.
Yeah. Just
Whether
like
you want
bird-
us or not.
Just like bird shit.
Have a great week, everybody. There you go. Great way to end it, Judy.
Oh.